Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Net One Reactions, and this is literally right after I have watched the RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 5 episode. Now, I just made this video to be a slight little discussion video on what I've noticed in this chapter. So, at first, in this chapter, we got Blake and Sun. Blake and Sun are talking about the past. Sun brings up Adam's relationship with Blake. And I'm not gonna lie, I found that a little bit funny that he brought up the relationship between Adam and Blake, and he chose now of all times to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, some probably didn't realize or know what the relationship between Adam and Blake was. But at the same time, I found it funny that he brought it up now of all times because Adam just took control over the White Fang. Blake wants to take it back. Blake wants to take it back. So she's gonna have to get through Adam in order to do it, which was kind of foreseen anyway. A lot of us already kind of knew that was gonna happen anyway. But he brought up the relationship between both of them, like he was wondering if that was her ex-boyfriend or something, which I found kind of funny and enlightening in the situation. And in the background, I noticed that they had um, in a sense, aquamarine faunus. I mean, I knew that they had faunus for like different animals and everything. I just didn't know that they had sea animals too. I mean, I probably wasn't paying attention. There are probably tons of faunus that you see that have like gills or fins or something, but I wasn't paying attention. So I found that a great change of pace. They got faunus for land and the sea, and it ultimately means that they got faunus for the air too, which leads me to this next character. Now, at the end of volume of this chapter, at the end of this chapter, you see Finnick and Corsac. They're talking to this guy who walks in. I don't even know his name, but on his back, there are wings. And I might put like a picture here or something, but on his back there are wings. And these wings resemble bat wings, so I'm thinking he's like a bat type faunus. And when they talk to him about it, when they talk to him about when they brought him into the scene, right? When they brought him into the scene, they had Finnick and Corsac, and they were talking about Gira's messenger. Now, if you guys remember, in I believe it was the last chapter, or the chapter before that, Gira was sending a messenger to, I forget if it was Haven or Mistral. I think it was Mistral. He was sending a messenger to Mistral to warn them about an impending attack. Now, what happened was that bat faunus, or I'm just gonna say he's a bat faunus. That bat faunus took him out. He's done. He's that the messenger is dead. Basically, is what I got from what they were talking about. And if that's the case, I like how they did that. A bat is nocturnal, night type creature, and they're also, I mean, don't get me wrong, they are warm blooded, but they're cold blooded type, or stereotypically cold blooded type. So I like how they perceived him to be like kind of heartless. I mean, from my standpoint, he's a faunus that will kill whoever as long as the price is right. I mean, they didn't mention money or anything, but that's just from my standpoint. And I like how they portrayed his character. I like how they have his character up front, like right then and there. Now, also, it was a real touching. Now, going back from that moment, before that moment, there was a scene where Oscar and Ruby are talking to each other. And I felt like this is a really touching moment because Oscar and Ruby needed to have some kind of connection. I mean, Oscar and Ruby are around the same age. And Oscar, this is all completely new to him. He was a farmhand before all this. And I was actually surprised, and I'm sure a lot of people were surprised when Oscar said that he's actually fought off any kind of grim. Sure, he said they were small, something he's talking about maybe maybe there's like some rat type grim that then goes into the farm or some junk like that. That would be nice to see. I'm not gonna lie, seeing small grim. We've seen big extravagant grim like the knuckle glaive and everything like that, but seeing small grim like that, I think that would be a nice thing to see. But I was surprised when he mentioned fighting off any kind of grim. So when they had that, and it was a touching moment to see that. I mean, Ruby brought up Pure. Ruby told Os- Oscar about all the things that happened in Beacon, And it was a good bonding experience because they needed that. They needed to have Oscar to calm down and realize that, yeah, it is, you are going through a lot, but everybody who you're with right now is going through the same amount of pain, same amount of struggle, if not more than you. You have Ozpin inside you. He'll probably protect you if he needs to. And the Man of Two Souls reference was obviously officially confirmed in the first, no, the second episode of this volume. So that was a little bit of stuff that I want to talk about. I'm not going to bring out too much stuff. This is just going to be a light discussion. I'll get into the real heavy ones and I start live streaming and everything. But overall, there's going to be a real collision between the White Fang and the Belladonnas soon. And I'm hoping, Lord Rooster Teeth, if you kill off any of Blake's family, I might lose my mind. Honestly, this is going back to the promise that Adam made. Adam said,
I will make it my mission to destroy everything you love.
obviously that includes family. Adam wants Blake's family slaughtered. He probably wants her to watch it happen, which is a problem with me. Adam has lost his mind. Adam needs to kick the bucket. I'm not gonna lie. Replace Sienna Khan with Adam. Do that crap. I don't know, but one thing I do know is that there's going to be a collision, and Ilya and Blake are going to be in the center of that collision. Sun will be in the center in a sense too, but it's all going to come down to Ilya and Blake. The reason why is because Ilya and Blake are close friends. They're not having a close friendship right now, obviously, because they're on two different sides of the spectrum. But Ilya and Blake did used to be close friends, and it's because of that relationship that it's going to come down to them. They're going to have to make a decision on whether they fight each other for real or not, or whether Ilya joins her side. I know for a fact Blake is not going to join Ilya's side, but Ilya's gonna have to make a decision, and that's what it came down to in that episode. Finnick and Corsac asked Ilya basically to silence Blake's family, and that's not going to be able to happen. Obviously, Blake's not going to let it happen. Sun's not going to let it happen, but it's a very touchy situation because Blake could make a wrong move and accidentally kill Ilya. Or Ilya could fail and Adam could kill her. Because we all know Adam has it in him. Adam, that guy, that guy. Oh my God! But it's just real touchy. Right now, Blake's been through the most trauma out of all four members of Team Ruby. Weiss was privileged, and Ruby, out of all of Team Ruby, Ruby is the one who was least affected by anything. Then there would be Weiss. Then there would be Yang, and then Blake. And the reason why, and some of you guys might be wondering why I put Weiss before Yang, and that's because Weiss was privileged living in Atlas, living with a rich family and everything. Yang's mom left, ran out on him. And Yang tried to find her mom with Ruby, actually, and she was saved. Now, don't get me wrong, she was saved by her mom, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But her mom has a policy of only saving somebody once. Now, if that was her mom that saved her when they were little, then that means that her mom has already broken that policy by saving her the second time in Volume 2. Now, my whole premise of this episode was that it was great. It was another great Rooster Teeth episode from Ruby. Rooster Teeth, you guys are doing amazing. Monty, your work has lived on throughout the amazing people at Rooster Teeth. By the way, Rooster Teeth, I'm sorry. I know you got, and I'm saying I'm sorry for this. I know that you guys didn't notice the whole copyright issue of my second Ruby reaction because I think like a robot does it or something junk like that. But I am sorry, Rooster Teeth, because I essentially did have a copyright issue with the Ruby chapter 4 or 3. It was 3 or 4 reaction that I did, and I do apologize for that. Didn't know what was going on. Tried to upload like the whole video, got a problem, but I am sorry, Rooster Teeth. I do apologize, and I would love to meet all you guys one day, honestly. But I'm gonna get away from that. But this was a great episode, honestly. It was not an action-packed episode. It was more of a informational episode, and those episodes are the ones that you really have to pay attention to, as not only a RWBY fan but a fan of any kind of show in general. But that is going to be all for this light discussion of RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 5. I hope to see you guys next time. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I actually recently became a first member, so I've actually already watched Volume 5. This is actually a day before Volume 5. I'm making this video Friday. This video is up Friday. But I'm going to see you guys next time for the next video. A lot of crazy things are going to happen soon. A lot of crazy things, and there's going to be a huge impact on Blake's life. I can see it coming. Everybody can see it coming. Blake is in for, I feel like, a very hard time. Out of everybody in Team RWBY, Blake is in for the hardest time right now. She's going to have to fight Adam, who she probably used to have feelings for, and that guy is strong. That's going to be a fight of her life, honestly. She's going to have to fight Ilya, and that fight is probably going to lead to Ilya dying, honestly. I don't want to say that because it's not something that I can say is true, but I feel like that fight will end in Ilya dying, and I really hope that doesn't happen, but I feel like it's going to come down to that. Blake's parents are in danger, and they have to take back the White Fang. Think about all those things that I just said, and think about all the things that the other members of Team RWBY are going through. Weiss and Yang just met each other in the last episode. Weiss and Yang met each other, which means that they're together now. They're going to handle anything that they got through together. Weiss is gone from her family in Atlas. She doesn't have to worry about her dad anymore, for real. And Yang just met her mom, even though her intention to meet her mom wasn't to bond with her mom or anything. It was to get her mom to make a portal with her semblance, because she can bond with people and make a portal to them. And it was to essentially just get straight to RWBY. Through Qrow, that is. Because Yang's mom doesn't have a bond with RWBY, so she can't teleport to RWBY. She'll teleport to Qrow. Qrow will take Yang to RWBY. I don't know how I got out the outro and back to this discussion, but I'm going to save all that for another time. I'm going to see you guys next time in the next video. This episode was great. Rooster Teeth, I love you guys. Keep up the great work. The animation was, in my sense, flawless. I didn't see anything wrong. The little details that you guys did were great. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to hit me up in the comment section down below for anything that you want me to watch. And peace.